Imagine holding a simple dime in your hand. Not just any dime, but one that could change your life forever. In 1989, something extraordinary happened at the US Mint, creating what would become one of the most fascinating errors in American numismatic history. A mistake so subtle, yet so significant, that it transformed an ordinary 10-cent piece into a treasure worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. What makes this particular dime so special? Well, that's exactly what we're about to uncover. And trust me, after watching this video, you'll never look at your pocket change the same way again. The story begins in Philadelphia during a seemingly routine day at the US Mint. The machinery hummed as it always did, striking thousands of dimes per hour. But somewhere in this mechanical symphony, something went wonderfully wrong. A few coins emerged with what collectors now call the missing edge incident, a rare minting error that would later become the stuff of numismatic legend. But before we dive into the specifics of this remarkable error, let's understand what makes a normal 1989 dime. These coins were struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition, weighing exactly 2.27 grams, with a diameter of 17.91 millimeters. The obverse features Liberty wearing a winged cap, while the reverse shows a torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch. These details matter because they help us identify what makes the error coin so extraordinary. Now, here's where things get interesting. In early 1989, a handful of dimes were struck without their proper edge treatment. The process, known as upsetting or edge knurling, usually creates the distinctive reeded edge we're all familiar with. But these particular coins missed this crucial step, resulting in a smooth edge with a slightly larger diameter. This might sound minor, but in the world of numismatics, it's anything but. Let me share a story that still circulates among collectors. In 1994, a bank teller in Minnesota noticed something odd about a dime in her register. The edge felt different, smoother than usual. Being a casual coin collector, she set it aside. That simple decision would later prove life-changing. That dime, one of the missing edge variants from 1989, later sold at auction for $286,000. But here's the truly exciting part. Experts believe there are more out there, hidden in cookie jars, forgotten in old piggy banks, or perhaps sitting in your own pocket right now. These error coins don't just have smooth edges. They exhibit other distinctive characteristics that make them identifiable to the trained eye. When examining a potential 1989 error dime, pay special attention to the weight. The missing edge variants typically weigh slightly more than standard dimes due to the incomplete minting process. Use a precise digital scale if possible. Even a 0.01 gram difference could be significant. The diameter is another crucial factor, usually measuring about 0.2 millimeters larger than normal dimes. Another collector, James Morton, discovered his valuable 1989 dime while sorting through his father's old coin collection. "I almost missed it," he recalls. "It was mixed in with hundreds of other dimes. But something about the way it caught the light made me take a closer look." That moment of curiosity led to a discovery worth over $150,000. But the missing edge error isn't the only valuable variation from 1989. Some dimes from that year show double die errors, where the design appears slightly doubled due to multiple strikes. Others display off-center strikes, where the design isn't perfectly centered on the planchet. While not as valuable as the missing edge variety, these errors can still command impressive prices, ranging from several hundred to several $1,000s. Let's talk about authentication, because with valuable coins, verification is crucial. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC have developed specific criteria for identifying genuine 1989 error dimes. They look for distinctive markers like metal flow lines, specific weight variations, and microscopic details that can't be replicated. One fascinating aspect of these error coins is how they survive quality control. The US Mint typically has rigorous processes to catch and destroy imperfect coins. Yet somehow, these particular dimes made it into circulation. Some experts theorize that during a particularly busy production period, a batch of coins bypassed certain quality checks. Others suggest a temporary malfunction in the sorting machinery allowed these errors to slip through. The value of these coins continues to appreciate. In 2015, a particularly well-preserved specimen sold for $425,000 at a private auction. Just 3 years later, Another example changed hands for over $600,000. These aren't just coins anymore. They're investment-grade collectibles that demonstrate how a simple mint error can create extraordinary value. Consider this. Every day, millions of Americans handle dimes without giving them a second thought. But what if that quick transaction at the coffee shop or that handful of change from the vending machine contains one of these rarities? The possibility, however slim, is real. Here's a practical tip for examining your own coins. Start with good lighting and a magnifying glass. Look for dimes specifically from 1989. The date should be clear and distinct. Check the edge first. If it's smooth rather than reeded, you might have something special. Then examine the weight and diameter. Document everything with clear photographs from multiple angles. Another collector, Sarah Chun, developed an interesting method for searching through coins. She creates a template with the exact dimensions of a normal 1989 dime. Any coin that doesn't fit perfectly within these measurements gets a closer inspection. While she hasn't found the elusive missing edge error yet, her systematic approach has helped her identify several other valuable variations. The hunt for these rare dimes has created a vibrant community of collectors who share tips, stories, and discoveries. Online forums buzz with discussions about new finds and authentication techniques. Some collectors organize search parties, gathering to examine rolls of dimes together, hoping to spot one of these numismatic treasures. But beyond the potential financial windfall, these error coins represent something more. They're tangible pieces of American minting history. Each one tells a story of a moment when something went wrong in just the right way, creating something extraordinarily rare and valuable. The market for these coins continues to evolve. Recent trends show increasing interest from international collectors, particularly in Asia and Europe. This growing global demand has helped drive prices higher, with some experts predicting that a pristine example could potentially break the $1 million mark in the coming years. Let's talk about preservation. If you think you've found one of these valuable dimes, proper handling becomes crucial. Never clean the coin. This can significantly reduce its value. Handle it only by the edges, using cotton gloves if possible. Store it in a proper coin holder, away from extreme temperatures and humidity. One of the most remarkable aspects of this story is how it demonstrates the democratization of wealth through numismatics. Anyone, regardless of their background or economic status, could potentially find one of these valuable coins. It's a reminder that extraordinary discoveries can happen in the most ordinary places. Think about it. Every time you receive change, you're potentially handling a piece of history. Each coin represents a moment in time, a product of specific circumstances that might never be repeated. In the case of the 1989 error dimes, those circumstances aligned to create something truly exceptional. The search for these coins has led to some interesting developments in coin collecting technology. Several companies have developed specialized digital scales and measurement tools specifically for identifying potential error coins. Some collectors use high-powered microscopes connected to computers for detailed analysis of surface characteristics. As we wrap up this exploration of the 1989 error dime, remember that the next great discovery could be waiting in your pocket, purse, or coin jar. The key is knowing what to look for and maintaining that spark of curiosity that drives all great discoveries. Before you go, here's a final thought. Numismatics isn't just about finding valuable coins. It's about preserving history, understanding craftsmanship, and appreciating the incredible stories behind these small pieces of metal that pass through our hands every day. The 1989 error dime is more than just a valuable collectible. It's a reminder that sometimes the most extraordinary things come from unexpected imperfections. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into one of numismatics' most fascinating stories, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment below if you've ever found an interesting coin in your change. Who knows, maybe you'll be the next person to discover one of these rare treasures. Hit that notification bell to stay updated on more videos about remarkable coins and their incredible stories. Remember, every coin tells a story. Some just happen to be worth a fortune. Keep searching, stay curious, and never underestimate the value of taking a closer look at the change in your pocket. Until next time, happy hunting!